So lesson openings and closings. I would always start a lesson with Alex by asking what his current status was in his game, and then follow that up with what his goals were and where he wanted to be. So Alex, like we talked about in lesson one, he said he plays a draw and his miss is a big pull to the left. He also struggles with contact. His goals were a little bit of a fade and much better contact. And I simply did this in the openings by asking a lot of questions and really getting a feel of what Alex wanted. So we went to the putting green. I asked Alex, what are you good at with putting? And what do you feel could be improved? Alex said that he's pretty good with the shorter putts. He struggled a little bit with medium length putts, and he definitely wanted a lot more control over his distance. So lag putting, he struggled big time with lag putting. And I would follow up these answers with more questions, such as, well, why do you think you're a good short putter, but struggle with the longer putts? And other questions such as, why do you think, your distance control isn't where it wants to be? What do you think is most important in controlling distance on putts? So a lot of our lessons just was simply opened by me quizzing Alex and seeing what his knowledge was of his own game. We would then close the lessons. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I always gave him some major takeaways and a playing thought. But I wouldn't just simply tell him these takeaways. I would ask him, what do you think is most important in this lesson we just had? And he would answer, and that's how I would truly be able to tell if I did my job as a teacher, to see if Alex learned something that day. So openings and closings, when I worked with Alex, were a lot of me asking questions and the student answering.